I didn't leave, not because I was happy. I stayed because leaving felt harder than suffering quietly. At first, everything made sense. We talked, we laughed, we dreamed. I told myself, this is it. This is my person. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Not suddenly, not dramatically, slowly. The conversations became shorter. The silence became longer. I started feeling alone, even when we were together. And that was confusing, because how do you explain loneliness to the person lying next to you? I noticed I was changing, growing, questioning, wanting more from life. But the relationship stayed the same, and instead of growing together, I grew alone. Still, I stayed, not because of love, but because of fear. Fear of starting over, fear of disappointing people, fear of admitting that something I fought for was no longer right for me. I told myself lies that sounded responsible. Relationships are not perfect. Things will get better. I've already invested too much to walk away, so I stayed. And slowly, I began shrinking. I stopped saying certain things to avoid arguments. I stopped expressing needs to keep the peace. I became quieter just to survive. And the scary part, it felt normal. From the outside, everything looked fine. People said, "You're lucky, you've settled, at least you have someone." But they didn't see how heavy my heart felt. They didn't hear the conversations I rehearsed in my head, but never spoke out loud. I realized something painful. Love should not feel like self-abandonment. Yet that's exactly what I was doing. I wasn't unhappy every day, but I wasn't fulfilled either. I was just existing, waiting, hoping, enduring. Sometimes I wondered, am I staying because I still love them, or because I'm scared of who I'll be without them? That question haunted me. The hardest part was admitting the truth to myself, that we were no longer growing in the same direction, that neither of us was wrong. We were just no longer aligned, and love alone was no longer enough. Outgrowing someone doesn't mean they failed you. It doesn't mean you failed them. It means the version of you that entered the relationship is not the same version standing here now. And that's okay. What's not okay is punishing yourself by staying where you can't breathe. I stayed longer than I should have because I thought leaving meant giving up. But staying was what was slowly breaking me. Letting go wasn't easy. It felt like grief. Grieving a future I imagined. Grieving a version of love that no longer existed. But on the other side of that pain was clarity, peace, the freedom to grow again. If you're listening to this and it feels familiar, if you're in a relationship that no longer fits who you are becoming, let me tell you something gently. You're not selfish for wanting more. You're not ungrateful for feeling stuck. You're not wrong for outgrowing what once felt right. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is admit that love has changed. Because staying when you've already outgrown the relationship doesn't make you loyal. It makes you invisible to yourself. This was my story, and if it sounds like yours, trust this. Outgrowing is not failure, it's growth.